What's up guys, today I'm going to show you how I created this animated character on my iPad using Procreate Animation Assist. And yes, you can use this to create an animated NFT. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw all of our layers for each action, okay? Just like we normally would on Procreate. So in this case, this is my first layer where he's standing, okay? Then look, let me show you my second layer where he jumps up, okay? And then let me show you his third layer where he's kicking. All right. And by the way, I got this these anatomy poses from a really cool artist named Brian Proctor. He has a book with a lot of different types of anatomy tips and tricks. After we have all the layers, right? Then we want to put it all together and animate it. But first, let me show you how I kind of layered everything together to make it look smooth once you animate it, right? Because you want the body to be proportional. If in this case it's an action scene, right? It's the same person doing the action, so you want that when it's animated to be sized right, so each frame, you know, kind of flows together. So what I first did was I drew the first layer, right? And then I went ahead and I reduced the opacity, okay? And then I drew the next layer on top of that at a darker opacity so I can kind of see it, so I can size it right. So I'm going to make sure that it's, you know, similar in proportion. And I did the same thing when I added let me take the first layer out. When I added the third layer, I drew the third layer on top of this one where he's kicking. And there you go. You can see that I used this as a reference, my second layer, when I drew the third layer on top. So all the sizing, if you look at it, it's all kind of similar, okay? And now is where the magic begins. You want to make sure all your layers are selected because these layers are going to become frames once you choose Animation Assist or once you use the Animation Assist feature. And how do you do that? You want to go ahead and click on the wrench icon here, okay? And you'll see Animation Assist, okay? Once we click on that, a menu at the bottom will pop up. And this is where you can actually play the animation, and you have some setting features. So before we play it, I'll go look at the settings, and they have different types of animation that you can do. Use a loop, it'll keep running it continuously. A ping pong, I think it'll go back and forth, and then a one-time shot, it'll just do one animation shot and then that's it. Frames per second is also a key because you can make it really fast, really slow, or somewhere in between. And I'll show you kind of how that makes a big difference in the way your animation turns out. So let's go ahead and hit play. Let's see the settings. Let's do a loop. Let's do the frames per second at about 6, okay? And then let's hit play. So this is the loop one, and now he's jumping up and doing a kick. It looks pretty smooth. Again, if you go to settings, you want to slow it down a little bit, you can slow it down. Okay, go back to settings. If you want to speed it up, you can speed it up. Oh yeah. Okay. So let me slow it down a little bit more. It looks a little bit too fast. Let me put it at 6, I think is good. Ping pong. This is kind of more good, like I said, going back and forth. Okay. And then one-time shot. Once your art is ready, you can export this and you can load it onto OpenSea and create an animated NFT, which is pretty cool. And that's the project I'm going to work on next. If this video was helpful, I hope it was. Please hit the like button so you can share to more people. Thank you so much for watching, guys.